That would be really, really great. Now, today we are going to talk about power skills, the skills which is required in the future, upcoming trending technology, artificial intelligence, which is going to be released. Now, just to set the ground, I will be speaking in English and Urdu. Is that okay? English and Hindi, English and Urdu, is that okay? Or do you want me to stick only in English? Put me on a chat
Yeah.
box quickly,
English
please.
is better,
English
Kaleem
and
bhai.
Urdu or just English?
Just English is better because we have a global audience.
English and Urdu or just English? English is better. Okay. Anybody else? Right. Both. Both. Okay. Only English. Okay. Fine. Very good. Let us start. What do you mean by power skills, and how AI is going to replace most of the jobs? That is what we are going to see. I will not go in much of the technicalities that how AI is been the trending technology right now, and how the changes are happening in present professional world. Now, we have been listening a lot that AI going to change the world, and it is changing the world, and a lot of jobs will be replaced by AI. Now, the topic for today is what is power skills, and how with the power skills you cannot be replaced by AI. So without any further ado, okay, let me just go forward. Let us understand why we are here. Here there are some codes which has been given by big professional. For example, Microsoft has published a report. In that it says that if you have a new way of thinking, if you have a new way of doing the things, okay, that can help you by not getting replaced by AI, or else anything which is standard, which can be done by machine, and which is repetitive task, and same sort of problems you are seeing bot, okay, and AI, it is replacing it. So what Microsoft saying is said is new way of thinking can only help you in order not to get replaced by AI. And at the same time, there is a survey which has been done by LinkedIn, which says 90%, 92 in fact, okay, 92% of the US executives, they say that people skills are more important than technical skills. Why? Because we have seen in the past there are please, okay, I think I have to make it full screen. Yes, I think this is better. Thanks for that comment. Yeah, LinkedIn has done a survey, and then it says that 92% of the US executives, they are saying that people skill is most important than technical skills. Why? Because there are a lot of coding which we have learned in the past. Now chat GPT etc is doing it. So anything which is repetitive, as I said before, okay, it is being going to replace, but only that new way of thinking, and it is the people skill that can only help you. And at the same time, we can see a chief economist, Dr. Kimberg, okay, who is the chief LinkedIn economist. He also said the same, that people skill, leadership skills. Now if I go on telling who and how many people said this, okay, this will take a longer time. Let us say Jeff Bezos, Mark Zuckerberg, okay, all these top executives, they have been saying that it is the people skill, it is the power skill, that is the need of the hour, which can only help you to replace from AI, because it is going very long. And in Japan, you might be saying there are a lot of things that robots is doing. Sooner or later, India may have that sort of robots. So people skill and leadership skills are going to be the latest technologies, latest trends which is going to happen. Now, what are power skills? A simple set of definition is the qualities and attributes that help an individual to effectively interact and collaborate with various other professionals. These skills are important, essential to build a positive relationship, communication, etc., with working with ourselves and working with others. These are the simple definition of power skills. Now, before power skills was also being told as a soft skills. Now, soft skills is being replaced by power skills because there has been some sort of enhancement. Now, when you say soft skills, that is for someone who is going to the college and who is just now fresh or graduate. For those kind of people, okay, soft skills is what is required. But for the professionals, those who are in the mid of the career, okay, power skills is what is being required. And now what power skills are is that understanding our own qualities and attributes, okay, and understanding our own emotions, understanding how our thinking pattern works, understand how our decision taking capacity works, understanding our own emotions, understanding our own communication style, understanding our own leadership styles, understanding our own cognitive behavior. All these things, when you club, that becomes power skills. Now, in 1 hour I may not able to justify or tell all the topics, but I have selected only few, that means only two, which can help you to understand the importance of power skills. And maybe inshallah in future we will have a complete 1 day workshop or so to know how we can be better by using these power skills. So hope you might have just understood, okay, what are power skills, okay, why it is required, okay, and what it is the power skills. So going forward, journey ahead, why we are here to learn the power skills, which is in order not to be replaced by AI. Secondly, okay, a brief introduction which has already got. Now, when I say that there are two type of skills which is being required, okay, before I go on to the skills, let me just tell you, there are two type. Whenever you ask someone to do something, and if he or she is not doing it, I need your concentration, please, okay? Whenever you ask someone to do something, and if he or she is not doing that, then it may have two things why they are not doing. Number one is the skill. Maybe he or she may not have that skill, okay, or if there is no skill, then it comes his or her will. Now, if someone do not have the skill, it's okay, we can get trained. But if someone do not have a will, वो करना ही नहीं चाहते, करना ही नहीं चाह रहे, then it is a question of will. And in that will, the coaching comes. Now, here what we are talking about is only skill. I'm not talking about a will. If anybody has got will issue, then it has to have a coaching. And coaching and training, the difference is training is one to many. Like for example, now I am speaking and there are many people who are listening and watching it. Now when I say coaching, it is absolutely one to one. So skill and will. The same thing, Muhammad Ali, the great boxer, you might have already heard his name. Someone interviewed him saying that what is the reason behind your successful career. He said that there are two things. One is skill and another one is will. He said, what can you explain a bit more? The interviewer asked Muhammad Ali, the great boxer. Muhammad Ali said that I do not sleep in the day. I do not take rest in the day. I do not make, celebrate or, have weekends. Except why? Because if I sleep in the day, if I take weekends break, okay, then my opponent is working, then I cannot be in par with him. Said that, yes, great. Then Muhammad Ali said that I cannot sleep in the night as well. I do not sleep. I sleep very less in the night. The reporter asked, why like that? Then Muhammad Ali said that in the day, I'm practicing and my opponent is practicing. So we are on the same page, we are on the same level. But if I practice in the night, that is where I'm getting an edge over my competitor. Reporter said that. Very good, fair enough. So day I do not take a break, I do not take rest, and night I take a little bit of rest and I practice more in order to get the skill. Now the reporter asked that what is the will story. He said when he went into the gym, when he went to the ring, the opponent hit him and he fell down on the ground. And the referee is counting 10, 9, 8, 7. He said, at that time, my will helped me. He said, what skill? I practice in the day, I practice in the night, and the opponent hit me, and I am on the ground, and the referee is counting. Now, at that point of time, it was my will that helped me to get up. My will said, "Get up one more time, you can beat this guy. Get up one more time, you can beat this guy." So this is the difference between skill and will, which is required for everyone in order to have a successful career. And today we are talking about skill, and in the skill we are talking about interpersonal skills and cognitive skills. Now when I say interpersonal skills, that in that interpersonal skills, again, if you see, this comes in the power skills. And intrapersonal, there is another skill which I will talk on some other time, because it is a breakdown of what we are talking about. I do not want to make it confused by saying so many things, but just understand intrapersonal and intrapersonal. Interpersonal is what we are talking, okay, me and you and many. Intrapersonal is something what you're talking, communicating with your own self. Okay, so in communication, okay, two branches. One is intrapersonal and second one is interpersonal. Now we will see that in detail. Okay, self management and exercises, just quickly go through it. Time management, resilience, self leadership and adaptability, these are all called power skills. We will not go into much of the detail, we will just select the two things. Hope I'm not going fast. Hope you're all understanding. Just quickly on a chat box, just tell me that yes, we are on the same page, same wavelength. Or else if okay, thank you, Samir. Okay, anybody else? Thank you. Very good. Very good. Very nice. Okay. Thank you for yours. Thank you, Parvez. Okay, appreciate that. I, I do not want to make it a sermon. I do not want to make it like one meeting wherein someone, a speaker, is coming and telling a lot of things, and then you're just relaxing on the sofa and taking a nice cup of tea and not focusing on this. Anyways, so I must say appreciate. Thank you for your responses. This is what power skills are. Now let us quickly go to see what is emotional intelligence. Can anybody tell in the chat box quickly, does anyone has seen any time, any learn anything, listen about emotional intelligence? On the chat box, please. I want your fingers to working, because you all are, I think, at least mostly you are from IT. So keyboard warriors, on your keyboard, please. Anybody heard anything about emotional intelligence? And IQ, or intelligent quotient, emotional intelligence or intelligent quotient? Okay, those who haven't has listen, just say no. This skills is quite important to deal with people. Thank you for yes. Yes, I do appreciate. Okay, okay. Now, let me understand. Let me explain you. IQ, intelligent quotient, is before I tell about IQ. Now, if I ask you what is your biological age, or what is your age, how would you calculate the age? With the date of birth. Okay, starting with the date of birth and present day. The difference between your date of birth and the present day is your age, which is biological age. Now, to measure everything, there is a parameter. For example, for temperature, you go with thermometer. Okay, for earthquake, you go to barometer. There are a lot of BP apparatus for blood pressure, etc., etc. Now, to measure your age is your date of birth and the current date. Now, to measure your intelligence, to measure your brain capacity, that is what intelligent quotient is. How you calculate intelligent quotient is based on the ability that you have in order to solve a problem, take a decision. Now, in order to measure IQ, you use three things. Okay, reasons, numbers, logic. Now, if you see all the common entrance test, okay, be it MSET, ISET, or LawSET, or any set, common entrance test, you will see numbers, reasons, logic. Whenever you see anyone who is good in these three things, you will say that his IQ is good. Now, what basically happens, why this has been introduced? Okay, because वो कहते हैं ना कि उम्र बचपन की और दिल बचपन की और दिल बचपन का, that means someone biologically his age has been grown up, but mentally his age is still small. So in order to see whether your biological age and your intelligent age or your brain age is same, that is IQ. Okay, and then sometimes it so happens that बच्चा छोटा रहता but his IQ is very good, so he talks more. तो हमारे हैदराबाद में बोलते हैं थोड़ा दिलशाना है बोलते हैं, ठीक है, ओवर स्मार्ट, एक्स्ट्रा स्मार्ट है बोलते हैं. Anyways, so your biological age doesn't determine your mental age. Biological age is different and mental age is different. To calculate the brain age or mental age, IQ is been the measurement, okay, that has been taken. Now, this has been going for long. Now, there has one person whose name is Howard Gardner. He saw one man or one boy who was, playing piano very well, and he was blind. He cannot read, okay, normal sentences. So he said that it is not just numbers, reasons, logics. This is not just an IQ which determines someone intelligence. There is something else. So he researched and he has given 8 multiple intelligence. For example, okay, someone is bodily smart, he can lift very good weights, okay, but he's not good in numbers, reasons, logic. So this doesn't mean that he's not intelligent. He is intelligent, but he's intelligent by body. Someone is good in word smart, like me, or those who are public speaker. Okay, I may not be good in numbers, reasons, and logic, but I'm good with words. I'm a good speaker, I'm a good writer. So this doesn't mean that someone who is not with these three is not smart. So likewise, body smart, word smart, etc., people smart. Okay, like usually I tell this a lot of time. Who is the man behind iPhone? A lot of people reply that it is Steve Jobs, which is wrong answer. Steve Wozniak is the man behind iPhone. Steve Jobs presented that. Now, Steve Wozniak was a technical man. Okay, then again goes with the personality types, but I will not go into that. Steve Wozniak was a technical man, the one who, those who do not did not see them, the one with black. Usually, he wears black and a bit of fat white. So he is Steve Wozniak, but that the one who is word smart was Steve Jobs. He
How
put
not to
that,
get
and
replaced
people
by
thought that it is
artificial
he who
intelligence?
has done.
Learn
So
and interact
you
about
have
AI.
seen biological age, you have seen mental age, okay. Then you have seen multiple intelligence by Howard Gardner. Then Daniel Goleman has come. He said that if you have all these skills, Okay, all the skills. Okay, maybe you have good IQ, and maybe you have 8 different skills, which has been Harvard Gardner said. He said, if you do not have emotional intelligence, then everything goes to zero. So this is what Daniel Goleman has said. Now, let us go into more deep about what emotional intelligence is all about. Before I go to the emotional intelligence, I just touched a personality type for you to understand better about the emotions. Okay, there are basically 21 types of personality. If you go and look on the internet, you will find it more better, and I strongly recommend you, as a professional, you should and you must know your personality type. Okay, I do a test called DMIT, Dermatographics Multiple Intelligence Test, okay, which is based on your fingerprint. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala already said in the Quran as well that do they think that we will not raise them back? We will raise them, and we will raise same as their fingerprint. And it has been well noted that fingerprints is not going to change, and it is well been informed that fingerprints that is been formed in the mother's womb in the 4th month. And you go to all with Aadhaar card, with passport, with bank appointments, and everywhere they take your fingerprint, because that is not going to change. And same way your personality is not going to change. So I do a test called DMIT. If someone wants that test, okay, in order for you to know your emotional intelligence, your IQ, there are a lot of other things. I can help you in getting that. So personality types are 21, and in 21 I want to just make it short, because 1 hour is not going to justify. I'm just giving you a brief outlook. There are 4 major types of personality. What are those? Okay, introvert and extrovert. Someone who is very introvert, like for example Steve Wozniak, his personality is introvert. He do not speak much. But Steve Jobs personality is extrovert. Okay, he talk to people, he go to the bank, he gets the loan, he do the marketing, meet with the clients, he meet with the customers, he meet with the investors, etc, etc. So he is people's personality, extrovert kind of people. Okay, and there are someone who is introvert kind of people. Now extrovert, introvert, 2 types, and another 2 types is task oriented and people oriented. Now these task oriented people, they will only do the work when it is being assigned, and they will do only that much which is being told. They'll not do anything extra. Okay, these are task oriented people. वो कहते हैं ना कि रघुपति राघव राजा राम, जितनी तनख्वाह उतना काम, बस उससे ज्यादा कुछ नहीं, जितना they works on bell and bill. ठीक है, bell, they are get in, and bill, they want the money, that's it. So these are task oriented people. Okay, and another one is people, those who are not stick to the task, those who are just go on to just okay, there was something in the chat box, I couldn't able to read it. Anyways, so I lost, people oriented, extrovert, introvert, task oriented, and people oriented. वो people oriented वाले लोग कैसे होते? Usually you might have seen in the office. Okay, they do not do anything on their own. अरे भाई तुम ये कर देते, अरे तुम वो कर देते, तुम उसको ये, सबको काम बांटते और खुद बैठते. These are all people oriented. Anyways, we will not go into much of the details that but I strongly recommend you. Okay, these are just 4 types, major 4 types, and in that there are a lot of branches which has been there. Usually it is 21 types of personality. Go on the internet and check which types of your personalities. Why? Because मैं ये हर टाइम पे कहता हूँ, थोड़ा उर्दू में कहूँगा ताकि बात की गहराई थोड़ी सी अच्छी जाए. Those who do not understand Urdu, I will explain that in English as well. हम क्या है कि सारी दुनिया की का इल्म ले लिए, सारी दुनिया के बारे में मालूम कर लिए, बट जो नहीं मालूम करे वो अपने बारे में. That is a bit hard truth. अल्लामा इकबाल ने बहुत अच्छा बेहतरीन शेर भी कहा कि जो है ना, जो आफाक पूरी, यानी ऊपर की जितनी नॉलेज है दुनियावी पूरी मालूम कर लिया, बट अनफुस, अपने अंदर के इंसान को, अपने अंदर की सलाहियतों को नहीं जाना। आज हम अगर पूछें किसी और की पर्सनालिटी, किसी और के बारे में, यू विल टेल 1 मिनट, 10 मिनट, 100 मिनट, but if I ask you right now on this spot, what are your strengths, what is your personality type, what is your communicate, etc, etc, if I ask you question, I will not ask about anybody else, I will ask about you yourself, then thoda sa dhakka. So I strongly recommend. Now coming back to the same thing in English, what I'm saying is we indulge more in finding out personality, or finding out more information about many other people, but we do not have information about own self, like our emotions, our personality type, our thinking style, our decision making capacity, etc, etc. So hopefully with this kind of sessions we will discuss more, not about anybody else, we'll discuss only about you. Usually I do sessions every Thursday, and in that Thursday session, I do not talk anything more theoretically. I mostly talk about taking a pen and write then and there. क्या होता, नहीं तो फिर हम सुन के फिर थोड़ा सुंद हो जाते, कहीं ना कहीं सुंद होके फिर हम बोलते कि बाद में करेंगे, थोड़े दिन के बाद करेंगे, एक्सेट्रा एक्सेट्रा. दिस इज व्हाट हैपेंस. सो व्हाट आई डू इन माय वेबिनार्स इज आई आस्क देम टू कम विद अ पेन एंड पेपर एंड डू इट राइट नाउ देन एंड देयर. सो मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंटली एक हदीस सुनाता हूँ और आगे बढ़ेंगे. अल्लाह के नबी सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम की बेहतरीन दुआ, अल्लाहुम्मा इन्नी अस्अलुका इल्मुन नाफिया, कहा कि ए अल्लाह, हमें वो इल्म दे जो हमारे लिए फ़ायदेमंद है, फ़ायदा बख्श है. ओ अल्लाह, गिव मी दैट नॉलेज व्हिच इज़ मोर हेल्पफुल फॉर मी, नॉट जस्ट फॉर द सेक ऑफ नॉलेज, हैविंग नॉलेज. ओके, सो नाउ इन दिस overburden of knowledge, we lost our own self. Now, coming back to our topic, power skills, that is what we are discussing. In the power skills, we have the first one is emotional intelligence. How emotional intelligence has come from IQ to multiple intelligence, multiple intelligence to emotional intelligence. I tell you why it is important, because uh, we are human beings, we are not human doings. Like for example, this is an AC remote, if you all see. Okay, I keep it on top of my head, I keep it on shoulder, I keep it on the table, I keep it anywhere, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to this remote. Why? Because it's doing, it doesn't have emotion. But if I ask even a young boy not to sit there and go and sit in that place, he will ask me a question: why? Why me? Why? Because he has emotions. And he may think, why sir has pointed only me? What I have done wrong? Then if he is surrounded by negative people, he will think that no sir usually do this. Okay, I think because if he's black, he thinks of his blackness. Okay, if he's white, he thinks of because I'm white, I've been sent at the back seat. Okay, if it is rich, then he will think that because I'm rich, have been sent back. If he's poor, then he will. All these things happen. Why? Because we are human being. Now, I do not want to open the chat because it will take longer time. So I'll just quickly go. Rational and emotional, we have two different mindset. A rational means calculative. Okay, emotional means hardly decision, and we are hardly taking decisions. That is why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Quran, khatamallahu ala khulubihim, Allah has put a stamp, a black mark in their hearts, not on their minds, in their hearts. Why? Because most of our decisions taken from the heart, that is where the emotions are. In the mind, it is rational. Let me give you an example. If I ask you, how many of you believe that Pepsi, Cola, all these fizzy drinks are bad? Okay, if I ask you to raise your hand, Everyone will say that yes, it is bad. Now if I ask you, do you drink, do you still drink, you will say yes, and everybody will raise the hand. Even in spite we know that it is not good, if not even half a glass, but still we drink because we take decisions from our emotions. Now there are a lot of things which we come across in day-to-day practices where we take the decisions on our emotions, not being rational. If you take a calculative decision, yes, you will definitely succeed in your life, but we do not take decisions on rational basis, we take it on emotional basis. That is where our heart is all about. That is what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Now EI, it's basically a small definition. If you just quickly go through it, that would be great. Emotional intelligence is the capacity to recognize our own emotions, feelings, and about others. Now, as I said, not only you, not only me, the whole world works on emotion. उर्दू में अगर मैं कहूँ तो इमोशंस एक ऐसा हाईजैकर है जो आके आपके दिल में बैठ जाता है, एंड इट विल टेक wherever they want to. You couldn't able to control your emotions, and then you jump onto taking some decisions. Now if I ask you, what are the emotions that usually human beings have, this sort of sessions, it is better to have an interactive. If one or two can people can say that what emotions, what do you think that we human being possess, just one or two, just one or two, just to see that you are being active, just to see that you're listening. What are the emotions?
Assalamu
Happiness,
alaikum,
sad.
Kaleem
Okay,
Syed. This
very
is
good.
Javed
Perfect,
speaking.
perfect, perfect. I understand. Now, good. Happiness, sadness, fear, surprise, anger. Okay, likewise, we have 21 emotions. Go on the website. The homework for today is check the emotions that you have. Confusion, very good. Okay. um uh, uh, Go on to the internet. Frustration, anger, happiness. Thank you, Murtaza sir. Thank you, Dr. Saab, for the feedback. Since the doctor is here, so it is more easier for me to understand. Okay, circumstance. No, circumstances itself is not an emotion, madam. Okay, stress is again, it's not an emotion. Okay, and yeah, stress. Expressing stress is an emotion. Stress itself is not an emotion. Okay, in the power skills, there is one heading like uh, mood is देखो कैसा है मैम, मूड इज डजंट हैव एन इमोशंस. मूड क्या है, वक्तन फवक्तन चेंज, साइलेंस. ओके, वक्तन फवक्तन चेंज होता है. नाउ फॉर एग्जांपल, इफ आई आस्क यू a pendulum clock, okay, if a pendulum clock, if it is in the center it is good, or if it is at the right side it is good, or if it is at the left side it is good, which one do you think it is better? Okay, a pendulum clock, if it is wants to show that it is working, middle is good, right is good, or left is good. Okay, and the correct answer is it has to swing from one place to another place. So mood is like the same. Okay, it goes from one place, and same goes with the emotional. Moody आदमी के decisions will okay, movement of the pendulum is absolutely true. If the pendulum is moving, then only it is good, it is working. If it is at the same place, one place, okay, it is not good. Now same goes with the mood. I will discuss at some other time. With regards to emotion, it is that it has to go. Sometimes it's necessary for you to get angry. Sometimes it's necessary for you to get sad. Okay, because if you, some of your loved ones, if they left this country or they leave you for some other reason, okay, you must feel sad. That is good, but you cannot stay only at that place. Okay, if I say happiness on my right hand side and sadness is on my right hand side, okay, you should go towards the sadness and then come back. and then go towards happiness and then come back. You should not stick to at one place. Agar aap ek jagah ठहर गए, then it is a problem. Now most of the people, what happens, someone has written stress, mood, okay, they go at one place, they stuck there, they take the decision, and that decision hurts. You understand? अगर आप कोई अगर लॉयर है यहाँ पे, they usually go to courts. If they ask, why did you kill that person, or why did you beat that person, what made you, they will say that it was not that big deal, I couldn't able to control my anger, my emotions, and then मारा और यानी they got hit, बंदा मर गया, या लड़ाई आगे बढ़ गई. तो ये जो 21 इमोशंस हैं, go onto the internet, check what are these emotions, and check which is your strongest emotion. Okay, and see with that strongest emotion what you can, that can help you to get your job, your work. Okay, your people management skills, your technical skills can help you. Now write down your weakest emotion. Okay, now when you write down this weakest emotion, do not take any decisions at that point of time. If you feel that for example, अगर being sad is my weakest emotion, ठीक है, जब आप सैड होते हो, मेक श्योर यू हैव दैट योर ओन प्लेस. ओके, ये इमोशंस को कैसे मैनेज करना है, वी विल हैव सम अदर डिसीजन, सम अदर सेशन, सम अदर टाइम. ये 21 इमोशंस देखें, ठीक है, इसको आप, इसमें आप स्ट्रॉन्ग इमोशन देखें, इसमें आप वीक इमोशन देखें, ठीक है, राइट इट डाउन, एंड देयर इज हायरार्की एंड a strategy to make that emotions more better. Usually आज के टाइम पे stress is more. Being stressed, you go to more thinking of that thing, और फिर कुछ ऐसे डिसीजन, कुछ ऐसे काम करते जिसमें जो है ना फिर आप परेशान होते. So what you have to do in order not to be replaced by AI. Okay, ये अभी 27 भी है, 21 भी है, जैसा मैंने बताया आपको, पर्सनालिटी टाइप्स 21 है. ठीक है, अभी उसमें जो 21 है वो MBTI पर्सनालिटी टाइप्स है. ठीक है, अब मैं जो बताया, चार, इंट्रोवर्ट, एक्सट्रोवर्ट, ठीक है, टास्क ओरिएंटेड, पीपल ओरिएंटेड, ठीक है, ये जो है ना DMIT टाइप है. ठीक है, अब इसमें और एक टाइप है डिस्क करके, DISC, डिस्क, उसमें भी चार हैं. सो इफ यू गो ऑन इंटरनेट, देयर आर लॉट ऑफ पीपल हैज गिवन लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स, लॉट ऑफ रिसर्चेस. सो बेसिक जो मोटा मोटा है, ठीक है, अगर मैं कहूँ पर्सनालिटी में चार है, अगर इमोशंस में कहे तो 21 है, 27 है, एक्सेट्रा एक्सेट्रा. नो प्रॉब्लम, आप 21 को ले, आप 27 को ले, all have been researched, all have been given. ओके, उसमें आप अपना स्ट्रॉन्ग इमोशन जो है वो देखें, उसमें आप अपना वीक इमोशन जो है वो देखें, उसको लिखें. ठीक है, एंड मेक श्योर दैट दैट इमोशन कैन हेल्प यू in order not to get replaced by AI. Now, why I am saying this, not only me, but the research has saying it, that a person who is having strong emotional intelligence, okay, he can take care of the people very well. People, सेल्फ और आसपास के लोगों में ये क्या है, हम थोड़ा सा और आगे देखेंगे. इमोशनल इंटेलिजेंस, थोड़ा सा मैं यहाँ पे तेज जाता हूँ बिकॉज टाइम इज रनिंग अप. देयर आर 5 मेजर थिंग्स which is there in इमोशनल इंटेलिजेंस. सबसे पहला जो है सेल्फ अवेयरनेस, अपने आप के बारे में अवेयरनेस करना. जस्ट क्विकली गो थ्रू इट. Self awareness, then self regulation. Then if you go on the left hand side, then it is social skills, decision making skills, and then comes in the middle is empathy. I'll explain in the middle, from the middle. Empathy is अपने आप को सामने वाले के शूज में रह के देखना. ठीक है, इसकी बेहतरीन मिसाल नबी सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम. बेहतरीन, नबी सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम रास्ते से जा रहे थे, हर दिन कचरा फेंका. ठीक है, नबी सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम कभी नहीं कहा कि मैं आखिरी नबी हूँ, मैं जन्नत दोज़ख की सैर किया हुआ हूँ या करने वाला हूँ. ठीक है, ही नेवर सेड anything at that point of time, because he knows the empathy. He has expressed, he has shown the empathy it very well. I feel gender deficiency Dr. Saab, most of us is facing that डिफिशियंसी है मुझसे इमोशंस अपने नहीं समझना, अपने बच्चों के नहीं समझना, और अपने अहलिया के नहीं समझना. आई एम ए कोच बाय प्रोफेशन. We all need to improve. Yes, Dr. Saab, I must appreciate. And I'm a coach by profession, and there are a lot of cases that comes simple, छोटी छोटी बात पे घर तोड़ देना, बच्चों को छोड़ देना, etc etc. Why? Because we couldn't able to manage our emotions. घर husband आए, uh, maybe he has gone lot of things in his work. घर आया, देखा कि बच्चे मोबाइल में हैं, and he started screaming. और कई बार मैंने बच्चों से भी बात की तो बच्चों ने कहा कि हम तभी लिए थे मोबाइल, एंड डैड स्टार्टेड स्क्रीमिंग. सो वो इमोशनल बहाव में आके कुछ बोल देना, और फिर उसके बाद देयर इज नो पॉइंट ऑफ कमिंग बैक. बाप है, बेटा है. आई हैव गॉन थ्रू मेनी केसेस लाइक दिस. ब्लॉक आ गया, ठीक है, एज एन लीगल, यस ही इज माई फादर एंड ही इज फीडिंग मी, सो द किड इज नॉट सेइंग एनीथिंग. अब क्योंकि वो बच्चा वो उसके मातहत है, खामोश है, क्योंकि वो बीवी शौहर के मातहत है, एवरीथिंग इज बीन गिवन बाय दैट हस्बैंड. ओके, वी नीड टू ब्रिंग EQ into education system. Yes, absolutely true, Dr. Saab. No, Dr. Javed, there are two doctors, so emotional intelligence must be bring to our education. Now what I'm saying is, okay, till the time this wife and this boy under the management, under the protection, under the money of that husband, they just keep quiet. The moment the kids started working, they leave the father, they leave the husband. फिर हस्बैंड कहेगा कि मैंने जिंदगी इतनी ज्यादा सेक्रीफाइस की, इतना ज्यादा इन लोग को जो है ना पैसे सब कुछ दिया, बट स्टिल दे लेफ्ट मी. व्हाई? बिकॉज आपने उनकी जरूरत पूरी की, बट यू कुडंट एबल टू बाउंड देम इमोशनली. वो लोग बस एक मजबूरी के तहत आपके पास थे. जिस दिन बच्चे को ये चांस मिलेगा, वो आपको छोड़ के चला जाएगा. फिर उसके बाद आप कहो कि बच्चे की शादी हो गई, बहू सही नहीं थी, and then she took away, etc., all these stories. But actually it is not the girl who has taken, but the boy is independent now. So this is one sort of emotional intelligence that we all must and should learn. Now when I say empathy is ओके, व्हेन आई से एम्पैथी, नबी सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम की बेहतरीन हदीस, जहां पे नबी सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम के ऊपर कचरा फेंके, बट ही डिडंट से, बिकॉज ही नोज हिज पोजीशन. ओके, एंड सेम गोज व्हेन आई से सेल्फ अवेयरनेस इज अपने आप को बेहतर जानिए. ठीक है, मैं पहले से ही भी कह रहा हूँ, देर आर टेस्ट विच वी डू एट क्लैनविन, बाय विच हम दूसरों के बारे में नहीं, हम सिर्फ आपके बारे में बात करते हैं. सेल्फ रेगुलेशन इज how you control your emotions. Okay, my moderator has sent me a message that time is running up, so I have to make it fast. Social skills is maintaining the relationship with others. We are social beings, like I say already said. हम अकेले दुनिया में आए नहीं, अकेले दुनिया से जाएंगे नहीं. हमको एक दूसरे की जरूरत है. ठीक है, एक दूसरों का साथ जब अच्छा रहेगा तो यूजुअली वी से दैट कि एक लम्हे का साथ ऐसा रहा कि यानी सदियों का हो गया. और बाज वक्त बस ऐसा होता कि सदियों का साथ भी ऐसा होता कि बस इट वाज जस्ट अ फ्रैक्शन ऑफ सेकंड. This is what it is. Okay, so when you are socially connected, okay, you feel you will be healthy. Okay, how we can be socially connected, we will take it. Okay, and decision making is entirely a different topic. We will take some other time. Research says that there are more than 30,000 decisions that you take actively in one day. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, डोर खोलना, डोर बंद करना है, ठीक है, मुझे अब पानी पीना है, आई टुक दिस डिसीजन, देयर इज वन डिसीजन, और ये ग्लास, ये मग कैसे पकड़ना है, दैट इज ऑल्सो अ डिसीजन विच आई टुक. हमको नहीं मालूम होता, बट इट इज एक्चुअली, इट इज बीन प्रोसेसिंग. So that is what the emotional intelligence is all about for now. Okay, now let us go on to the second thing, which is critical thinking. Now, पहले भी मैंने MFIRD के एक छोटे से ब्रीफ उसमें बताया था कि हमको सारी चीजें जो, आई थिंक टू डॉक्टर्स, एंड नॉट ओनली टू डॉक्टर्स, बट यू ऑल विल सेकंड मी ऑन दिस. इमोशनल इंटेलिजेंस हमको स्कूल में नहीं पढ़ाया जाता. हम वर्कशॉप्स कर रहे हैं स्कूल्स और यूनिवर्सिटीज एंड एट द सेम टाइम इंस्टीट्यूशन जाके ये सारी चीजें पढ़ा रहे हैं, बिकॉज दिस इज मोर रिक्वायर्ड राइट नाउ. ठीक है, कोडिंग, प्रोग्रामिंग, merns, full stack, java, etc., all these things, okay, is needed. That is must. You should do it, you should learn it. मगर उसके साथ अगर आप ये ना हो, तो then you will have a problem. Now what usually happens, those who are in the Gulf, or those who went to Gulf, or here, you can say, um, मैं अच्छा काम करने वाला हूं, मुझे अच्छा काम आता है, but I cannot work in the team. Then you will be an individual contributor. Then once you are an individual contributor, you cannot escalate to a project lead, CXO level. Okay, you will be stuck. अब जब आप स्टक होते, तो फिर क्या प्रॉब्लम होता, साथ वाले आगे बढ़ गए, देन यू विल बी इन स्ट्रेस, मिड लाइफ क्राइसिस में आ जाएंगे. ये करना कुछ और चाह रहे थे, कर रहे कुछ और, एंड योर पर्सनालिटी, योर इमोशंस डजंट शो यू दैट यू कैन डू दिस. सो ऑल दिस थिंग्स मैटर. ये अगर आप थोड़ा थोड़ा सीखते रहें पावर स्किल्स, that can definitely help you in order not to be replaced. So emotional intelligence आप सीख लीजिए, अपने इमोशंस को पहचानिए और उस पर काम करना सीखिए. आई एम सॉरी, ये 1 आवर का सेशन जस्टिफाई नहीं करता. सिर्फ एक एक दिन के हम सेशंस लेते, जस्ट फॉर एन इमोशन, फाइंडिंग आउट द इमोशनल इंटेलिजेंस. ओके, ये तो बिल्कुल टाइम नहीं लेता. सेम एज इमोशनल इंटेलिजेंस, क्रिटिकल थिंकिंग हमको पढ़ाया नहीं गया कि सोचना कैसे है. सी, इन एवरी डे वी गेट थॉट्स, ठीक है, and the thoughts that comes in your mind is goes with your past education or experience. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, जब कभी भी आप कोई चीज देखते, आपके दिमाग में थॉट आता, मोबाइल. अच्छा, मोबाइल जब आप देखेंगे, तो फिर आपके दिमाग में थॉट्स आते हैं. ठीक है, मोबाइल छोटा है, मोबाइल बड़ा है, मोबाइल अच्छा है, मोबाइल खराब है, सैमसंग का है, एक्सेट्रा एक्सेट्रा. Inshallah, we will have further session by our esteemed speaker. I think I'm done with the time. Okay. Yeah, I'll just quickly wrap up. हर हर जो थॉट आता, आपके एक्सपीरियंस या आपकी नॉलेज के ऊपर आता. जब कभी भी आप कोई चीज देखते, तो आपके पास्ट एक्सपीरियंसेस में, अच्छा, सैमसंग का मोबाइल अच्छा नहीं चलता, एप्पल का, सॉरी, दोज हु आर यूजिंग, आई एम आल्सो अ सैमसंग यूजर, बट जस्ट गिव एन एग्जांपल, एप्पल का मोबाइल अच्छा चलता, व्हाई? बिकॉज आई हैव सीन इन द पास्ट, बेस्ड ऑन दैट एक्सपीरियंस, माई थॉट्स आर कमिंग. लाइट जब आप देखेंगे, ये राउंड वाली है, मेरे घर में ब्लैक, फ्लैट वाली है, एक्सेट्रा एक्सेट्रा, ऑल दिस थिंग्स. दिस इज जस्ट थॉट्स, दिस इज नॉट थिंकिंग. Now, when I say thinking, when you think something very seriously in order to come out of a result or a problem, तो उसको कहते हैं थिंकिंग. अफसोस, हमारे स्कूल में, कॉलेज में, यूनिवर्सिटी में सोचना कैसा है, ये नहीं सिखाया गया. हम क्लैनविन में वी डू रेगुलर सेशंस ऑन 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 ऑल दिस थिंग्स. मैं एक छोटी सी बात करके कहता हूं कि व्हेन यू से क्रिटिकल थिंकिंग, आप एक ऐसे प्रोजेक्ट पे काम कर रहे हैं, ऐसा काम कर रहे हैं जहां पे आपको वो प्रोजेक्ट की एडवर्सिटी मालूम है कि इट इज कट थ्रॉट, आई मीन you must and should finish this at a given time, okay, with given definitions. That is where critical thinking comes into important. In today's AI world, okay, AI may think, okay, based on the information it has been given. Now we as in human, okay, we have to think critically for a given set of problems or questions which the human beings are facing these days, okay, and then if you plug in the same information to AI will give you the answer. Am I making sense? ठीक है, आज के दौर में सबसे बड़े जो प्रॉब्लम्स है, if you can think that, okay, if you can think that, that can give you a very good solution. Now, in order for you to learn more about thinking, go through with these two books written by Edward de Bono. Edward de Bono एक बहुत अच्छा author है about thinking. The books are Six Thinking Hats, red, blue, green, etc., etc. He has given that hats formula. You wear that hat, you think of a problem in that aspect, and then you come out of it. Okay. And the second book is Lateral Thinking. These two books can help you, your kids, your wife, everyone. Strongly recommended. If you read these two books, you can come out, okay, of any problems that you are facing right now in being professional, personal, or social, any other problem. So thinking is one aspect. If you increase this thinking ability in you, I can promise you that you cannot be replaced by IT. अपने इमोशंस, क्या है पता है कि आप, जैसा मैं बोला ना कि वी आर इमोशनल बीइंग, हम साथ में वो आपकी इमोशंस अच्छे हैं, आप पीपल पर्सनालिटी है, तो आपने देखा होगा यूजुअली इट सो हैपेंस दैट इन अ ग्रुप ऑफ 5 people there is one person who is very much active. Okay, I will mention the books in the chat. Still I will tell you, both the books author is Edward de Bono. The books are Six Thinking Hats, and the other book is Lateral Thinking. These two books, and I'll put in the chat box as well. So these are the two books. Now, a group of 5 people, in that one is very emotionally strong. वो ही group को चलाता है. Now, if he says that I'm not going to come for this party or weekend or anything else, okay, then the whole party goes corrupt. वो जाएंगे नहीं, वो नहीं आया तो मैं नहीं, मैं आया तो वो नहीं, वो नहीं आया तो वो नहीं, ऐसा है. तो that is why if you are working in a company, if you have a strong bond, emotionally connected with all the colleagues, okay, people will help you in order if you are in problem. So AI can be replaced, but if you are emotionally connected, okay, I have seen this in the past, okay, if you are emotionally connected, people will come to help you. Now, second important skill is critical thinking. If you are a very good thinker in terms of critically evaluating a project and giving a solution, or debugging any problem, you will definitely not be replaced, because AI think नहीं कर सकता, वो जितना भी दिए हैं वो ही सारी चीजें देगा. ठीक है, तो you must have this two skills. There are a lot of other skills. Maybe we'll, if I get time, I will speak on some other day. So these are the skills which is important. If you have this, you'll not be replaced by AI. The other thing is problem solving. These are the techniques, okay, defining, analyzing, generalizing, generate, evaluate, and decide. Okay, I will share you the slides. If you have any questions, you have my number. In the last slide, I will give you my number as well. Okay, you can ask me the question. The third important thing is problem solving technique, that you must have it in order not to be replaced by AI. Okay, third one is self leadership. That is most important for you. Self, when you talk about leadership, okay, people will think that, okay, leading a team, Okay, but before leading a team, you have to lead yourself first. Now, how you can be a self leader, it is absolutely a different ball game. We'll discuss it on some other day. Inshallah, we'll have this session. I'll request MFIRD or to have a one full day workshop on this, so that I can help you to explain and then get in detail to the point and related to you, okay, how power skills is not being getting replaced. The journey continues. We'll have some other day. Okay, we are running out of time. This is my number, my email address, my company name on the left hand side. I just want request you to quickly give some small review on the class, how it went through. I know 1 hour is not going to justify. If I can, if the moderator can allow me another 5 minutes, I'll take 1 or 2 questions if someone has have it. Okay, then we'll end up the session. In the meantime, please review me on the Google with the scan which is available, and I have my number. If anyone has got any questions, thank you, Samir bhai. If anyone has got any questions personally, please message me. I will be happy to answer the call. If you have any sort of generic question, please let me know. Now, in terms of emotionally binding, okay, understand this very well. If you have kids from 0 to 7 years, okay, they do not have critical mind. They are just plain. With them in terms of bodily touching. ओके 7 साल की उम्र तक अगर आपके बच्चे हैं, तो बी मोर कनेक्टेड फिजिकली विद देम. ओके, दैट कैन बिल्ड अ स्ट्रॉन्ग इमोशंस. तो फिर वो बुढ़ापे तक बच्चे आपके साथ होते हैं यूजुअली. आई थिंक गुड EQ कैन बी डेवलप्ड बाय वर्किंग विद टीम्स. यस यस यस, एब्सोल्युटली. EQ इतनी नेसेसरी है आज के टाइम पे, लीडरशिप, EQ एंड ऑल. ओके, दैट कैन डेफिनेटली हेल्प यू नॉट ओनली इन द प्रोफेशनल बट इन द personal life as well. After EQ, I go SQ. Okay. Definitely, Samir Saab, मौजूदा दौर में how would I forget the spiritual quotient, how much is it is important. Where can I get information about future session? Just message me. I will give you my link. You have my mobile number. Message me. I will share you. Usually every Thursday we go live by the session called Thankful Thursday, and we have these sort of discussions. Any other questions? Emotional intelligence and critical thinking. If no questions, then I have 2 questions. Either you have understand everything or you do not have understand anything. I'll hope I'll take the first one. So these are few skills. I will share you what are the skills which comes under power skills. Please learn these skills in order not to get replaced by IT, and not only in the working profession, but in the personal life as well. If you have good EQ, if you have got good leadership skills, okay, whenever you talk about leader, you talk about the people, but before people it is you self. You have to take lead. नबी सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम ने हमेशा आगे बढ़ा है, अपने आप को लीड किया है. कभी ये नहीं कहा कि तुम लोग जाओ and then I will come. No, he was always there at the first. Now when I take self leadership, when I talk about self leadership, it is like a train engine. What does a train engine do? Okay, it always go on the front. कभी train engine ये नहीं कहेगा कि यार मैं थक गया आज, मैं बीच में रहता हूँ या मैं पीछे रहता हूँ. So you as a leader of your house, you as a leader of your company, you as a leader of your team, you always have to lead. Now, what does a train engine do? It always goes on a set track. It always go on a set path. So, hum being a Muslim and being a professional, you cannot leave the track. You have to go on a set track. एक train engine कभी ये नहीं कहेगा कि इतने time से मैं ये जो track है इस पे चल रहा हूँ. Today I will go in the fields because it's weekend. So no, it will not say that. So you as an train engine, you must have a clear direction for yourself and your family. आपके बच्चों के लिए clear direction होना चाहिए, बस ये करना है. Thirdly, okay, a train engine always take the pain. Okay, you as a leader, लीडर का काम आसान नहीं है, रिलैक्सिंग नहीं है. नबी सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम ने कभी ये नहीं कहा कि लेट्स सेलिब्रेट ए वीकेंड. अल्लाह के नबी सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम ने कहा कि मैं मुहिम्मात का नबी हूँ, एक्सपीडिशन वन आफ्टर द अदर. ओके, एक काम खत्म नहीं हुआ दूसरा शुरू, दूसरा खत्म नहीं हुआ तीसरा शुरू. सो यू एज एन लीडर, you have to take a pain, okay, and you as a leader, when you take a plane, okay, all your family members relax. पीछे के बोगियां जो है वो बिल्कुल relax होते हैं. And lastly, you as a leader, everyone who is connected to with you, okay, has to take you to the destination. जो ट्रेन इंजन है, ठीक है, सारे डब्बों को साथ लेके चलता है. आपके घर में आप इंटेलिजेंट होंगे, मे बी योर नॉट ब्रदर और मे बी योर सन, तो आपका काम ये है कि उनको साथ लेके चलना. दीज आर फ्यू things which self leadership which we are talking about. Inshallah we will have a complete session some other time. Just one last question if anybody has it, and we'll close it.
Yeah. Any last question from anyone?
Saif bhai, shall we close it or
Yeah, it's up to you, Kaleem bhai. If you want to continue, we can have few minutes more. No problem. Or we can close. We can have maybe after a few weeks another session of yours.
Recording in progress.
all right, okay, thank you. With this I would like to finish the session. Jazakallah khair for those who are joining.
Jazakallah, Kaleem bhai.
Looking forward
Very
to see
useful
you
session.
again. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Alaikum assalam. Jazakallah khair, everyone.